All right, this is episode. Which one is this? 15 or 16?
I believe 16.
All right, you know our shit better than we do. All right, so
It's just because I was kind of binging out, so I was like, I think it's 15 of them.
all right,
Went, like backwards. That's how I know.
all right. We got a special guest on here today. What you want to go by?
You want to start with how we met, or
Oh yeah.
just kind of decide that way?
Okay, so we got a special guest, somebody who came across us on Twitter, and we talked a little bit, and we hate R.Kelly about equal amounts as each other. So
Pretty much gasoline draws.
it was pretty. It was a natural fit to have her up here to talk about this, and on Twitter she goes by the Princess of Wakanda.
Yes.
So I guess that's our special guest today, the Princess of Wakanda.
Hey guys.
Wakanda forever.
Well, in real life, my name is Whitney. So
They don't know our names, so you don't.
so it's fine.
All right, but before we get into the R. Kelly, like, subscribe, comment, follow the Twitter.
YouTube still got us banned, even though they let us into the search results the other day. They still have us under probation.
Seriously? Oh, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, I think they only let us into the search results because R. Kelly was such a hot name.
Okay.
Anyway, the day we covering. Last week we covered the first 4 episodes of this docu-series that Lifetime is showing, Surviving R. Kelly. Today we're going to go into the last 2 parts and also legal action that might be coming to his ass as a result of this thing being on TV.
Yep.
So we got our special guest is up here because she can't stand R. Kelly. And I think that's a good way to start. Why don't you tell us why you dislike him so much?
Well, my story's kind of different. I grew up sheltered. My mom didn't play that you gonna listen to all of this crazy stuff, you know? So, my first exposure to him was I Believe I Can Fly. And I don't know if you remember that single that came out was on tape. Cassette tape. That's like talking about dinosaurs these days.
Yeah.
But it had I Believe I Can Fly on one side, and then on the other side it had Religious Love on it. A lot of people don't know that song because at that point in time they both came out at the same time. And I always felt weird about that song. I was like, who combines that, combination of things together? But even if you listen to it, it's kind of like a creepy aura that's behind it. I never really understood it, so I never played it very often. Anyways, but, as I grow up or whatever, I didn't listen too much R. Kelly. Because, once again, my mom found us with crazy music. She just throw it away, or it just magically disappeared. You know how black moms are. Zero privacy.
Sound like my household. Sound like my household growing up. I got many fucking Scarface CDs broken in half when I was coming up.
But, anyway, I left to go off into the Navy, and I bought my first CD player, right?
Yeah.
It was my first paycheck when I was able to go out in town, and ironically in Chicago, at this place called Gurney Mall. They had a Best Buy in there, and I was like, oh, yeah, he was on the top 10, at the time. So I bought 3 CDs, right? I bought Jeezy's Snowman CD, Iconic, right, and TB2 Reloaded, and the other one was Pretty Ricky.
Oh, Pretty Ricky.
Blue Stars.
Shit. Jesus Christ.
You can only imagine what life was like at the time.
I can imagine.
It was quite wretched.
Yeah.
But needless to say, I loved that CD, right? Because this was when Trapped in the Closet was coming out and all that.
That's me, and that was my college days.
So, my favorite song on that on that CD was actually Sex Weed. I don't know why, but that was my shit right there. I was bumping that shit forever. Anyway, so fast forward about a couple years later, I get pregnant with my now ex-husband. And I was on maternity leave when they were talking about the allegations.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think I heard about this. Possibly? Because I was in Chicago when a lot of that stuff was circulating still. But that was like in 2001. So things had kind of downed by 2005 when I was there. Like, you heard about it, but you didn't really hear about it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was young, so I didn't really process it, I didn't see the video. I ended up accidentally seeing the stills because somebody was like, you heard about that shit? You know, and I was like, what is this case about? He made a sex tape, or is it just, you know, underage dating? But, you know, because I didn't understand the Aaliyah stuff either. I didn't really get that either. I thought she was older than that, you know, when that happened. Yep. I just assumed that she just ran off with some dude and got married, you know, which a lot of people was doing at the time. So, by the time I figured out, I was like, oh, that's a little girl? And he's doing all of that? Oh. And from that moment, I was fucking disgusted. I said, oh my fucking God, I can't believe it. How the fuck everybody out here just walking around with child porn?
Pretty much.
Tuesday and mailing out child porn tapes. What in the dog fuck is happening here? Like, how are y'all comfortable with this shit? And then to go so far, they waited 6 whole damn years to take him to trial. Whole years?
Well, that's money. That's money.
On top of that, that was strategic because they didn't want that little girl up there so they can compare and contrast. They didn't want her up there. They wanted her to be a grown-ass woman.
See? we didn't even think of that. That's why it seems like his attorneys was probably trying to hold off. So when the jury...
Yeah, they did that purposely.
When the jury is looking at her, she grown.
There's no way he could have done that without help of the man. Because I don't see how that could... I don't see how you can do that in 6 years. You know how easy people get convicted of murder within, like, not even 2 years of said crime? I mean, people get on death row faster than that.
Pretty much. But
so, you mean to tell me it took y'all this long to figure out how y'all was gonna take this man to trial? That's insane.
He was paying his way.
You can convince me that wasn't some other doing of, you know, the Jewish people he be paying.
Yeah, he paying his way out of that, and on top of that, the trial happened in Chicago. They should have took that shit the same way that you see with other trials. They should have took that out of Chicago and had it happen somewhere that was not biased towards his ass.
Yeah.
That's what they should have done. But
honestly, I don't even think that people was gonna convict him anyway, just because of how stuff was going on at the time. You gotta remember, this is after 9/11. This is after people really found out about what happened actually in 9/11. You know, this is like, I like to call it Conspiracy Central. That was like the
tinfoil
hats. Central time of America. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was when everybody was figuring out how the Clintons had basically fucked over Black America. This was, you know, and you know, Google was vastly updating information, and we were just that was kind of like the start of the social media area and everything else, and people were just learning how to use it. And then there was like a whole bunch of people who didn't have nothing. So, and I'm telling you, the only reason I actually caught anything about the trial was because I was sitting at home on maternity leave. Otherwise, I would have never known about it.
Yeah, see, I found out about it briefly again. I was always raised up to either listen to gospel, because that's what my mom listened to, or either to listen to rap, because that's what my dad would listen to. And
we got oldies. Like, my mom listened to the OJs and Luther, and both fat and skinny Luther.
So,
Mary,
we was
Teddy, Aretha, Anita. Look, I knew more about older music than I ever knew about, you know, the new stuff that's out. yeah.
So my introduction to R. Kelly, besides his real popular songs, like I Believe I Can Fly, because I like Space Jam. That came out when I was young.
Space Jam was my joint.
Yeah, but like Bump and Grind when I was little, I didn't know that was R. Kelly singing that shit. I just knew I had heard it before. But my real introduction to him, besides just knowing about him in passing, was the sex tape, and I've been disgusted with him ever since. So, anyway, let's go ahead on and move on into the wrapping up our impressions and opinions about this documentary, because this is the final time until some papers get filed on his ass that I'm gonna be talking about him.
Yeah.
All right, so my dude, what do you think about this nigga's brother sitting up here making excuses?
His brother was like the funniest nigga I ever seen. When he did that Michael Jackson impression, he was like, "Oh my God, it sounds like me." Bro, when he did that, I was dying. But
I'm talking about the brother that's in prison.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That was the one who did the impression?
That was the one who did the impression.
The brother who's in prison, who's making excuses for the behavior.
Me personally, I think both of them are sick, because he says R. Kelly liking younger women is a preference. I don't believe that's a preference, and I believe that wasn't a good...
Liking younger women... Liking younger women is a preference.
I don't mean younger women as in 18, 20 years old.
The shit was him making an excuse for what the hell R. Kelly was doing.
Dude, yeah, that's not right. That's not right. That's what I meant. I didn't mean younger women like that. I meant liking girls.
Yeah.
Let me say that. Liking girls.
That's what we want to do. When we talk about these underage people that R. Kelly was involved with, we want to make sure that continue to call them girls.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when we get on to the later episode where he had the 30-year-old women and he fooled they crazy ass into fucking around with them too, we can call them women, but let's call the ones that's 17 and younger girls. All right, cuz, keep going.
And I just don't feel like I feel like he should have been in there to show how sick the Kelly family is, but I don't really think he had anything of relevance to say other than he made the situation look worse.
But look at him though. Yeah. When you look at him, right? Mm-hmm. Look at him. You hear him talking, but look at the visual. He was sitting in a fucking prison.
Yeah, and I think if they put him in there to make that situation look way worse than it was, because you don't go to anybody in a prison when you trying to do something good.
But they won't try to do nothing good.
That's what I'm saying. But that in my opinion made it look more criminalizing.
That fucking director of this thing put that visual out there. She put that. It was a woman, right? Dream Hampton.
Yeah.
She put that visual out there and put him out there saying that bullshit to just.
But that lends credibility to what she's saying about him, though. Because I mean, look at this family; they all messed up.
Yep.
And apparently, whoever the person in the family that was molesting both him and his younger brother was apparently the older sister.
Yeah, and that came out recently too.
I saw the interview with the younger brother. Let's just allegedly, because YouTube already don't like us. We don't need we don't need R. Kelly and his fucking panic attacks coming to sue us. He's talking about he been having panic attacks. Nigga, what? What you talking about, dude? Panic attacks? You with the shit that you doing? Wanna
shoot yourself? That would be great. Just do that. That's not a threat.
He coming out here. How he gonna come out here playing the pity card, talk about his fucking mental health after this shit come out?
What's funny is he does the same thing Donald Trump does. Woe is me, I'm the victim now. They're doing bad stuff to me, even though I've done all of this shitty stuff and actually monstrous stuff that no actual human who has any feelings would actually do to somebody. So, I mean, yeah. That's what you get with these kind of sociopathic, narcissistic people.
And I hate that when we talk about this R. Kelly situation, due to the fact that he ain't never had a conviction for nothing. We gotta say it's alleged because it make it seem like that we don't believe it. I believe everything that they say.
The tape that he made with this little girl isn't alleged. It's real.
But since they got him,
But
He says his own name in said video.
But isn't it because of the warrant when they went to get it, they can't use it?
The only thing alleged about that video is if she's underage or not, which is actually quite discernible.
Yeah. And the thing about it though is since he got acquitted, we gotta still say alleged.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't.
We can just go ahead and make sure we know what's alleged and what isn't.
I believe all
in
of
the
it.
jury
I believe it too.
It says that yes, it is Robert Kelly in the video. No, we cannot confirm without a doubt that this girl is underage. That's all it says. That's why he got acquitted. He didn't get acquitted because it wasn't him in the video.
Oh,
He got acquitted because they could not determine the girl's age, even though they had over 12 other people who knew her at that time say it was her.
Yeah, but she said it wasn't her. That's why. That's what got him off.
Her father was the ones that said it wasn't her.
And we talked about him last week. Fucking sick man.
Ain't shit motherfuckers did.
Sick man.
Ooh, wee.
All right. So, excuse me. Moving on into the second part, or our second part of covering this documentary, which we're talking about the final 2 episodes, right? Mm-hmm. We start moving more into the territory of the parents who were around.
Ooh-wee.
Now,
These parents.
the parent that actually went and found her daughter,
Oh, yeah.
that one right there.
That's the real one right there.
Yeah, I'm not so much harping on her because
What's her name? What's that girl's name?
I don't remember.
Oh,
The child was named Dominique. The daughter.
That's right, Dominique. She's the one that got saved by her mama.
Now her mother, to me, was a single mother who just couldn't keep an eye on everything that the child was doing.
Well, she said she lied to her mama and was out there doing stuff she ain't had no business.
Mm-hmm.
She straight up said it. She was like, it was the summer. I told her I was out with my friends like I was supposed to be, but that's not what she was doing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, that's the one who said that. She was in the video. That was the other one who, that was the one who got Dominique into it.
Yeah.
The other, but the other parents that I want to really talk about, the Clary parents.
Mm-hmm. Oh God.
Go ahead on Princess of Wakanda, T'Challa and all of them niggas. Go ahead on and give your opinion on the Clarys.
You know, when I first saw them, because I live in Georgia now, so when I saw them on the news, I was like, okay, they gonna get them. Nothing ever came from it. Now, after watching this, oh Lord. So you took your daughter to an R.Kelly concert, your 17-year-old daughter, and you said you knew about everything, and he got acquitted.
That shit right there, that's that right there is what that mindset is what encapsulates the fucking stupidity of everybody around this situation that's trying to excuse him.
Hold on, so let me clear this up.
Hold on. They basically
served their daughter up on a silver platter
because he didn't get convicted.
So they sent their daughter?
No. They went to an R. Kelly concert with her. She was one of the ones who got pulled up onto stage.
Uh-huh.
You know, because of course he's gonna pull up the youngest looking girl he can find.
And she's a talented singer. She won all type of awards and shit. At that concert, she was invited back to the VIP section with R. Kelly.
Ain't got no business being there.
And she wasn't 17 yet. I think she was 16.
She was about to turn 17.
It's just she was 16 when this happened. And these people out of their own mouth, when you watch the documentary, say that they felt like it was okay because they were around, they were present, and because he never got convicted, he was acquitted for everything, even though they knew about every fucking allegation that surrounded this sick bastard.
Sure did. They said this out their mouth.
They said
I
they.
was like, I can't believe this. Y'all crazy.
Go ahead though. Continue what you wanted to say about them.
Oh yeah, so he's sitting here talking all this big jack like you can't have my daughter, you can't have mine. Mama over here, I already been in jail. I can go back.
Mm-hmm.
For all y'all to just go up here and start throwing rocks at a window? No. Okay. See, I have a lot of questions because I'm a mom to a daughter and a son, so I have to live with the duality of things and how things affect my son and daughter differently. So, myself, imagining somebody holding my daughter like this. Just for me personally, there will be no heaven, no hell for you. None. I am blowing up your shit. I am going to be on the black market, finding ammunition. I don't know how this dude ain't got beat up nowhere. I don't know how ain't nobody slit his throat. I don't understand. Because what you ain't gonna do is have my daughter away from me and I can call, text, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this sounds insane to me. They knew she was in there. Well, I'm finna catch me some charges.
But then you do got a lot of people that's like, oh well, that didn't happen to my daughter, so I still support it. Like,
yeah, still
like it's the music,
yeah.
And everything.
Let's go.
I don't know how you can listen to somebody's victory lap of child molestation. I don't know, and rape. I don't know how you can do. I'm not gonna listen to the soundtrack of him and his deviant qualities. I'm not doing it.
And even after watching some of the shows and stuff,
yeah,
I went back and listened to some of the music, and you can hear it. Like, you can hear it. It seems like you're ready.
Yep.
Like,
listen though. Even though I never was a big fan of R.Kelly, and we bounce all over the place when we talk about shit, but we trying to keep it a little tighter here. I never was a big fan of him, right?
Mm-hmm.
When he was going by the fucking name Pied Piper,
yes,
I knew the fuck what he was talking about because that nickname came out when I was still in school. And I said, how do y'all niggas not realize what he's telling y'all about himself?
Right up in front of everybody. Oh, even to go back. So, his first album, though, what is it, Back to the 90s or something like that?
Born in the
Normal
90s.
album. And then he comes out with 12 Play. And then, not long before that, Aaliyah's album is Age
Ain't Nothing But a Number. With him in the background.
Yeah, with him looking
hold on.
in the background.
12 play. What is that 12 play shit even all about? What did that?
He met Aaliyah when she was 12.
That's what I'm thinking about. This is conspiracy theories. These are.
I seen that. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so that's what.
Good conspiracy theory here and there.
Mm-hmm.
But this is way too much. Like, I'm telling you exactly what's happening.
I was about to say, did Aaliyah's age?
It don't even make sense.
Yeah,
and then to go back and then what was his album after that?
It was just called R.Kelly. The next one was just called R.Kelly. I was wondering, did Aaliyah's age influence the title?
Chocolate Factory,
Maybe.
I don't know how.
Well, during the trial, that's when he came out with Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, so
right?
he came out with the R. Kelly album came out in '95, I think, and then he had another one.
Because he did another one in between there with Jay-Z and Dame Dash and all of that.
Yeah, he had another solo album in 1998 though. Like, the best. We shitted on them already last week, but for even doing that shit with him.
Just looking at how he swerved his way all up and in, through and out, and it's just like it was all here the whole time. All of it. This don't even make no kind of sense. And the sad part is, honestly, ain't nobody care because it's all black girls that they already assumed wanted it in the first place.
Yeah.
That's the shitty part about it.
Some people still say shit like that. But let's.
I'm like, how do you blame these victims for their own demise? Some of them, okay, I can get a little bit for you, like these 30 and 40-year-old ones, you guys could do better, honey.
And so we had a.
That didn't give him the right to do all that they did. So it's like, I really want to blame you, but then again, I'm glad you got some sense about yourself and left.
Yeah. Now with
Regardless, anybody can be a victim. That's the whole concept behind it. Anybody can be a victim at some point in time with the right circumstances, the right environment. Anybody can be taken advantage of.
Now with the Clary parents, let's tell a little bit more
I'm dealing with them. They are straight trash. Like, there's a lot of places I would take my daughter to an R.Kelly concert. It's not one of them.
All right, bro. So with them, let's go back and talk about a little bit more of their story so we can get your outlook on these two fucking clowns. All right. So they, after the concert shit with the VIP, bringing their daughter back there, supposedly auditioning for R. Kelly. That should have been the first red flag.
Audition. She was just back there to meet him. Remember?
Oh yeah.
He said that, he was like, oh, he wants to meet you and, sign autographs and stuff.
And I mean, that's usually how it goes.
She ended up getting called back to the hotel. That's when she
that's in the audition.
That's usually how it worked. And like from what I was hearing and all of that, it's usually R. Kelly wants to meet you, and then he does whatever he got to do, and then the bodyguard comes back and gives them whatever.
So these parents, right? They felt like that they could stop whatever was going on in it. To that extent, if they were gonna be present for everything, I can kind of give you a pass on it. If you gonna be there during everything, it's when they, I don't know what they were seeing. Were they seeing dollar signs when the person
had a grandiose sense of, oh, my baby's gonna make it because R. Kelly's gonna be behind her.
Yes. So when they signed their daughter's soul over to that fucking Jive Records person that was supposed to accompany her on tour and just let her go, and
I don't even know how you would trust somebody like that. Honestly,
what you think about them doing that, dog? That shit's wrong. How can you sign over your flesh and blood? That's what I'm trying to figure. I don't even have kids, but I can't understand that. Like, how do you sign your daughter over to a
fucking chaperone? That's what they did.
They chaperone. So R. Kelly
R. Kelly was. It was a chaperone from the record label. Somebody that's 100% behind the enemy. They behind him. They there for R. Kelly, not for you and your fucking child.
I can't give any of the people that was behind him any credit because they knew exactly what he was doing, but chose to say nothing.
R. Kelly was probably Jive's biggest fucking money maker until Justin Timberlake came. Until Justin Timberlake signed a deal with them. R. Kelly was probably making them the most fucking money because you got to look at it. They last big act before that in the black music space was a Tribe Called Quest who disbanded.
But see, you remember the honey bun looking nigga with the slick back ponytail and the glasses?
The fucking light skinned, the producer.
Him, the honey bun looking nigga. No. He knew the girls were underage, bro. He knew it, and he chose not to say nothing. So that honey bun looking nigga need to be hit with the same things. Like
everybody, it's a fucking.
I believe everybody from the nigga who
hold on. Why don't they hit R. Kelly and his whole camp with a fucking RICO case,
just like they did 6ix9ine?
I mean, a fucking underage sex slave ring is a continuous criminal enterprise, is it not?
It is.
Yeah, it is.
So they can hit. It ain't. Nobody ever said RICO was just for gangs and drugs.
What got going on since the FBI is currently got him under investigation.
It might be. The FBI haven't put out no details about it because they don't want R. Kelly to be able to cover up no tracks.
Yeah.
That they have.
What was it? Is it Joycelyn?
Joycelyn is one of the the documentary. No, Joycelyn is one of the ones that still haven't been found yet.
Okay.
This is the one you talking about. Is the one he met outside of the fucking trial.
Yeah, that one. She's the one that wrote the book called Sex Me, and she's already said that she's cooperating with the FBI in their investigation. into him on another show she went on.
Yeah.
So it's ongoing. So it's gonna be a hot mess when all of this comes down on him. And between that and Cook County in Chicago is investigating him too.
They already fucked up the last investigation.
Tower, boy, the jokes write themselves, man. Apparently he got a penthouse in Trump Tower.
Oh my god. I mean,
I don't even want to get into that orange-faced guy. We're not talking about him.
Yeah, we ain't.
We talking about the Pied Piper and his camp of
little girls.
Yes.
Hold on. All right, so let's be fair to R. Kelly. He didn't only fucking abuse little girls. Let's get into the two grown women, at least the ones that showed their face in the documentary. Let's talk about the first one. The first one that they showed up. I don't know. I don't remember her name. The one who quit her job at the radio station.
Yeah.
To run off with this nigga.
Man.
How can you do that? If you in the media like she was, she know damn well everything about him better than the average person.
Yeah. How
can you, as a grown ass woman, run off and join a fucking cult?
Okay.
Of underage kids that's being held hostage by this fucker. How can you do that as a grown woman?
Because they thought they was about to make some money. All of this is them thinking they're about to make money, and when they got to R. Kelly and they realized, oh, he just wants the girl booty. That's really what what it came down.
Allegedly, he wanted man booty. Allegedly. I wanted
R.
men
Kelly,
to get his booty or something,
but
that's
almost
alleged.
some man's butt.
Anyway, back to this woman. The thing about it is, when I was listening,
okay, her name is Asante McGee, the other one that met him.
The one
35.
That's the dark skinned one.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the.
Yeah. Oh, I was just letting you know. So we already got.
So these is the ones right here, right?
That one and that one.
Okay, and then that's chicken face.
That's the wife.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
chicken face.
the one I'm looking at her, and the thing I want you to talk about from a woman's perspective is the comment she made about when she was leaving him finally.
Yeah.
When she went to the airport, she was calling him back to back, hoping he picked up. Because if he picked up, she was going to go running back. And the only reason that she went through with leaving is because he never answered any of her calls.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's the thing. Because I'm actually only 1 year older than... What? She was 33. Okay, so yeah, I'm 32. Alright, so it's not that much of an age difference. But from my past years of dating, and when you're in those abusive situations, it's usually more mental abuse than there is physical abuse because they've been able to manipulate your emotions and feelings about them. So that's why you end up getting those people that it's always, no matter how bad he does, he's still mine. Just like his ex-wife talking. It's because of the manipulation she's endured for so long. It's something that's going to have to... It takes years to get rid of that. Contrary to what a lot of people think. And, I rewatched that part with her. And he had the perfect combination with her. Basically, she was older, she was free, and she was unattached. If you ever listen to her, she never talks about her family. She never talks about there was anybody really severely close to her. She was there in Dallas or Texas, whatever, pretty much by herself, besides her little friends. So that is, the number one recipe for disaster because women are natural nurturers for the most part. You get those women who don't have the gene, but most of the time, yeah. So she goes into this with the, oh, I'm going to fix him. It's going to be me who finally fixes his life. Because that's usually how women are. Mm-hmm. No matter how much of a good man you are, there's always something that needs to be fixed. So, with that, I can pretty much say with a strong mind that I'm sure she told you the complete and utter truth. That, you know, when she finally did actually leave, she did want to go back regardless. And probably she would have went back had he had called her back sometime after. But since she didn't, you know, it's one of those luck of the draw situations.
I think also that she thought
she was going to be the one.
She was the special one.
Yeah.
She was the one who he chose to show off on tour. Mm-hmm. He had her in the cage. He up there. I don't know if she said. I don't know if she said he was really doing sexual acts on her, or if he was just making it look like it inside that cage.
Yeah.
But either way,
he nasty. So
yeah. he was the fucking. He had her feeling like he was that special one.
Yeah.
And we talked. We on.
For a long time, nobody ever knew that R.Kelly was even married and had children or none of that. You know.
Yeah, I didn't know he was married with children.
By that time, I mean, think about who you actually saw R.Kelly with. I mean, he was out here in videos and on red carpets. He was always by himself. Nobody ever really thought that he had a wife or kids. Mm-hmm. So, you know, by that grandiose gesture there, I'm sure she felt like she was on top of the world and the world was hers, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Now, we want to move over into this Asante McGee because she basically R. Kelly told her the fucking deal and she signed herself over to him.
But you know what? She told the complete and utter truth, so I can respect that.
She said,
respect the honest hoe.
She said I was that R. Kelly super fan. Remember last week we talked about his MO, mm-hmm. and she fit his fucking profile to a T. Besides the fact that she wasn't like a little kid, and other everything else. And she said that her past relationship with a cheater made her respect the fact that he told her she wasn't the only one so much that she just dove head first into those shark infested waters. What you think about that, homie? Go ahead on.
She was there for the money. Like
I don't think she was there for the money. I think she was there because she loved him so much.
Oh, so it was one of them cases to where she
was a fucking super fan.
She loved R. Kelly so much to the point that when she saw her opportunity, she just went.
She said that she would kick niggas out of her motherfucking house if they talk shit about R. Kelly.
But see, when you get a super fan like that, that's something you did. Like, I believe every artist got Chris Brown got him. Girls who will drop everything if he said any word to him. So I think that's something you get with the fame at that point when you got older women that do stuff like that. I think that's something that just come with the fame because I know even if we talking about older artists, Tank, Keith Sweat, all them, I know they have them. So I don't really have a problem with that because you get that with the fame.
When it come down to these older women, I ain't got a problem. Of course, we don't have a problem with R. Kelly being with them. It's the way that it's the way that he treated them after they got there is the issue. Like if you gonna have a bunch of women and you that famous where you can have a bunch of women who don't give a fuck about being one of 7 or 8 and they all grown women. Yeah, I said R. Kelly should have just moved to fucking Utah and became a Mormon. Nobody give a fuck about what he's doing now. Like, I'm just saying. If you one of those people who got if you one of those people who willingly enter into that situation and you grown, entering the situation is one thing, but these women was fucking starved. Yeah. Compartmentalized, cut off from the rest of the world, couldn't contact nobody. Who the fuck got something called the no eat list floating around in their lives? Who got shit like that?
People who run sex slave cults. Like,
I mean, I'm surprised he didn't spike some Kool-Aid and kill a bunch of bitches. That's what I'm surprised. I'm surprised that didn't happen.
That's what I said on Twitter. I said, you know what? He's literally standing at the cusp of he's gonna be starting to kill women at this point.
That's what I'm
because
saying.
he's gotten away with it so long.
But see it.
At this point, he's about to enter serial killer mode.
Even with what you were saying just then.
Imagine him picking up some random hookers and stuff that nobody cared about enough to find out who killed him.
But see, even with what you was just talking about, he entering that stage. What if now he sees, oh, I gotta shut some of these women up. They ain't found.
Exactly.
And then he run up in there. He like, all right, it's time to go. Like and at this point, what it's looking like is he really can find a way to get around it.
He can do anything he want to those women because nobody knows where they are. Mm-hmm. The only time that you ever see their face is when the fucking parents and shit kick up a fuss about them. Then he put them in front of a camera, like Joycelyn. He put her in front of a camera with a fucking manipulator standing behind there, telling her what she could and couldn't say.
Yep.
And then they disappear again for months or years at a time. Mm-hmm. He only brought the other one back so she could graduate from high school.
Yeah.
The Clary girl. And those parents, them Clary fuckers, they get no sympathy from me because you handed that baby over to that nigga because you thought that she was finna fucking make y'all some money. That's what I thought. Yeah. That's what I think about them.
They done for supposed come up that ain't never came.
Excuse me. And when I got to watching this shit, the last 2 episodes, I'm more looking at this with the inability at some parts to even be disgusted with R.Kelly because I'm too disgusted with the fucker that's talking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm too disgusted with them. I'm too disgusted with people who went up in there. I don't give a fuck. All right, these women was fans. Fuck what you talking about. Anybody who had any dealings with him after they seen that fucking tape is a scumbag.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
Fuck what you talking about. That I was 30 when I went. I was that super fan. So what? You saw what he did. I saw it. And
I think that runs back into what I was saying about people looking at it like, that won't my daughter. That won't my sister. Like, looking at it like that, like, it didn't happen to me, so why should I care? That falls into that.
That's our community for you, man.
I don't even understand how they can do that. I don't understand how you compartmentalize that and then still listen to that shit.
Yeah, because they make it seem like it's not. They make it seem like this is just so small.
It's the whole thing. What we said, it's not a problem until it's my problem. That's how a lot of us.
And I have a person that's really close to me
who, and I don't like that that's happening
and
so easily.
I had a person who's really close to me tell me the music is still good. I don't care that he was sick. I just want to hear the music.
Let me ask you. This is a question we need to pose to these motherfuckers, right? Mm-hmm. And you know, a lot of black people love Tyler Perry, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh God.
I ain't a big Tyler Perry fan.
Neither am I.
Would you ask some motherfucker like that? It might even be Tyler Perry. It might be the person who make the have and the have-nots. Is that him again? I don't know.
Yes, that's him.
Would you watch a fucking Tyler Perry? If you found out Tyler Perry was a killer, right? Mm-hmm. He got acquitted, right? Mm-hmm. Would you watch a Tyler Perry snuff movie?
Well, considering that I don't like Tyler Perry at all, I don't watch.
Well, would you watch a Quentin Tarantino snuff film? You know what a snuff movie is, right? A snuff movie is where the person actually kills somebody on camera. If the person that you see them killing, it's a type they die for real. Like it's a. Would you go watch if it's a great fucking movie, but the person if Pulp Fiction was great, but Marvin in the back seat of the car got his head shot the fuck off for real? Would you continue liking that shit?
I can't even hold you. I probably would still watch it. But you gotta look at it for me. With me liking Pulp Fiction as much as I do, and me really liking all the Quentin Tarantino movies, I'm gonna watch it.
But I'm talking about if it came out that Quentin Tarantino was a fucking serial killer. I ain't saying if Marvin's head got shot off by mistake. I'm saying if that motherfucker Marvin in the movie was a victim that Tarantino picked out to kill on purpose.
On purpose?
Yeah.
See, I don't know about that one.
The same way that R.Kelly is singing about his fucking victims.
It's like, would you, since George Zimmerman got acquitted for Trayvon Martin, would you send your sons over there to his house to be kept by George Zimmerman?
See, the reason why I went to another famous person is because Quentin Tarantino or Tyler Perry, they got fucking huge fan bases already.
Yeah.
Right? So I want to see if somebody, since they make movies, like if somebody was doing, if they was doing fucked up shit like R. Kelly, like Quentin Tarantino movies is centered around violence.
Yeah.
If you go back and find out he a violent killer, and these people who you seeing getting killed on screen was people who he was killing for real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, I never watch another one ever again.
So the same way that you hear R. Kelly singing about these fucking experiences he done had, and you go back and realize he's singing about young ass fucking girls. You go back and realize he made a fucking song and he wrote it for Michael Jackson about a young ass fucking girl
who had a miscarriage.
Yeah, who had a miscarriage.
How can people still go and sit on they two ass cheeks listen to this bullshit?
You saying that like they only got one or something. I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm just saying. What is your excuse to keep listening to this shit other than the music is good?
It's called cognitive dissonance.
And they
choose to just choose what they believe, even though they know that all of it's bad. But they are rationalizing anything and using any old excuse to continue the status quo because it makes them uncomfortable to have to deal with that internally. Honestly, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So basically,
It's the same way we got 45. The same thing. He's literally the Black Donald Trump.
I think R. Kelly.
So it basically separating the art from the artist?
I think people don't. Yes. I think people don't want to give up something they like because.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Think about it. These white folks didn't want to give up their racism.
It's the same. Put it this way.
They want the coloreds and the darkies to finally get the comeuppance and them to rise again.
I got the perfect.
Go back to the comfortable part of life where everybody was comfortable with their casual racism.
I got the perfect mind state for this R. Kelly shit. I can describe a person in my personal life. And a couple years ago, we got into a big ass argument about her smoking cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
One of my cousins. And this is what she said, right?
R.I.P. to the Newports.
She said, we was talking, and she said, why would I stop smoking? It ain't like I know which cigarette would give me cancer. I might already have it for all I know.
Mm-hmm.
I said, but you act like they got a random, like cigarettes is a lottery, and you might be the lucky one to get the pack. That cigarette has got the cancer in it. No, it's the fucking accumulation of you smoking, and that's the mind state. These people love something so much that no matter the detriment, they want to keep. As long as they can keep enjoying it, they don't care how it affects them or anybody else.
Yeah.
So, as far as R. Kelly is concerned, fuck him, and I'm through talking about him until they get the papers on him.
Yeah, we can get another show if they get some papers on it, but right now I just feel like it's basically a repeat of the same thing until we get to where we can.
It's being done.
Any
everybody's talking about it, so that's actually a good part about it, at least.
Any last words from you on him? Any last words from you on him?
Just kerosene draws and death would be great, at some point in time. But until he's brought to justice, he gets nothing from me. And I mean, not a stream, not a nothing.
All right.
I don't know more of his shit, so.
Well, we want to give you a big thank you for joining us today to talk shit about R.Kelly.
You're very welcome.
All right.
I'll holler at you later.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, man. Like I said, that's what we got to do. I mean, that's all we got to say about R. Kelly. I had something else to say about him just now, but I fucking forgot. So whatever. Fuck him. Now, moving on away from that fuck face into our independent spotlight. Who you want to start with?
You want to start with my camp?
Start with your camp.
All right, well, coming up first in the independent spotlight, we got some of my actual friends. We got Liam, which is my two homies, and they make music. And then we got Dave, Kirk, Phil, and we just throwing out a few shout outs. We got Kirk, he's releasing music on SoundCloud. We got Dave, he's releasing music on SoundCloud, and their links will be in the description. And we got Phil, who released his mixtape on Spinrilla and SoundCloud, so his links will be at the bottom.
Yep. What's that song you played me the other day from the Liam? The one
Papers?
Yeah, man. When the fuck is that coming out?
Papers, we got a little hiccup with that one because our producer is in a label, so we can't really let that one go. But we do have other music out. And to the viewers that watch this, I actually already have music made, but the mixtape is still coming. The mixtape is still
coming, man. But yeah, give the rap names. So we got Liam, Dave,
we got
Tsunami
Liam,
Dave.
We got Young Zod, J Last, Philmatic, Tsunami Dave, and Benji's. Dirty Benji's.
That's Kurt. Dirty Benji's.
That's Kurt.
Kurt. Get a little bit more fucking excitement on them tracks from the Dirty Benji's.
And we can play. Can we I can throw a few snippets, right? Because that ain't going.
I don't know. Just we're gonna put it all in the description.
Yeah, I'll put it.
Go give it instead of us give them some SoundCloud plays. All right, and then we also got You want to talk about that producer?
What, Jay Pfeiffer?
The Lex Factor.
I think that's him. Yeah, Lex Factor is Jay Pfeiffer. Yeah. I listen to them. You talking to J. Cole beats?
Yeah.
Them jokes is crazy.
This dude,
his link in Twitter will be in the description.
This is the best way to see his music is on Twitter. This dude right here, the Lex Factor. I looked up there and I saw his page, and I saw that he made beats. And I thought it was just gonna be like some type beats. You know what type beat is?
Yeah, like
21 Savage type beat. No. He put J. Cole in the picture because I think that he can envision J. Cole rapping across the beat that he made. Not because it was a type beat. This dude, how he's still independent, I don't know. But any little thing we can do to spread the word about this dude, we want to do.
Yeah.
Because this fucking guy right here is disgusting with the beats. Well, if you do a fucking beat and I start thinking about A Tribe Called Quest, my favorite group ever, you did something right. Immediately, you did something right. So... he a producer, so it ain't really lyrical content on the songs. I just want to give the Lex Factor his just fucking due for making great shit. And also, last but not least, we didn't do this yet, but we gonna go ahead on and get a couple more listens to J Live, the guy who made the song that we reviewed in our first independent spotlight, Hover. and we gonna review his whole album. But we're not putting it in an independent spotlight. We gonna review his album the same way that we review the albums by the other fucking artists that signed to major labels. But
and then I gotta bring up my boy's Local Geezer. Mask
Local
on my face called me Bane.
Local Geezer's got a new track out, Bane. Like when I heard this this fucking track, it made me whenever I hear a track and I fucking start envisioning scenarios that could go with this track, you did something right.
Yeah.
Nigga, I'm thinking this fucking shit made me feel like I was sitting in my fucking Mustang or sitting in some other fast car just driving through the city at fucking night. And it seemed like every time that fucking synthesizer they had and the bass hit, that the fucking street lights around me was doing movement like equalizers and shit. But like that type of shit, when you got music like that, my nigga, that go and fuck around and make niggas envision scenarios, you making good shit. So Local Geezers, the link to the Bane video is gonna be in the fucking description. Click on it. Stop playing yourself.
For real.
Fuck that nigga Ebro. You taking his fucking shit. If you don't listen to the Local Geezers, and if you don't go listen to fucking Lex Factor, you played yourself. Congratulations. And that fucking Young Zai Lemonade freestyle, hell yeah, go listen to that motherfucking shit. I want that song Papers to be put out, nigga. I'm telling y'all, nigga, that song Papers is y'all's ticket to fucking fame,
bro. And I'm a shout out Peace too, because Peace was the one who got all that. He got all that, so we gonna get that fixed, and we gonna see if we can get that out.
That song is y'all's ticket to fucking fame. I'm not playing. That song is y'all's ticket to fame,
bro.
So y'all gotta figure out whatever y'all gotta figure out with his rinky dink record label so people can listen to the song, because I'm not somebody, nigga. I don't give a fuck who make it that's finna pretend like I like some shit that I don't like.
Well, bro, we gonna try to get that out.
Yeah, get that shit out. So again, we talking about Tsunami Dave, the Liam crew, like some black dudes with a fucking British group name Liam. Philmatic.
And Liam ain't a name. It stands for loyalty is a must. So
it sounds like a fucking British old man. Liam. That's what it sounds. Philmatic, Young Zai,
Dirty
Benjis. Those is the boys from our hometown. Support them.
Tsunami Dave.
I said him.
All right.
Said him first. And then we got the Lex Factor, a fucking nasty producer. I don't even know where he from, but shit, I don't give a fuck. Get this man on some major albums to make some of this dog shit that these rappers is putting out sound better. Because if he get some of his beats out there, we might have some certified hits. And of course, again, Local Geezers, they back with another fire ass song. I like this one better than I like the last one. Truth be told. And that's all we got to say today. Again, thank you to the Princes of Wakanda for coming through the Shit Talk R.Kelly. And we also, last but not least, want to give a shout out to another podcast, Grown Woman-ish. For all y'all women out there who listen to us talk shit, y'all might want to, go get a woman's perspective. She got her own show. It's on Spotify. It's on some shit called Anchor. That's a straight up podcast app. It's on her Twitter page is gonna be in the description, so you can go there, and all the ways you can access her show is there. And as a matter of fact, some of the points that were brought up about R. Kelly, I got a couple of them from her about how I forgot to talk about R. Kelly's brother, but I listened to her talk about them, and she brought up his brother, and I had forgot all about him. Also, she brought up the fact and reminded me of the fact that Aaliyah's parents is out here fucking basically denying everything and really pissing on Aaliyah's legacy because they ain't really letting R. Kelly get the fucking scrutiny that he deserved because they out here denying. I guess they want to be protective over her in her death. But fuck that. You got to be truthful about what's going on. So that was from Grown Woman-ish. She get all the credit for that. She also from our home state of North Carolina. So we want to just give her big her up. She got her own show. Support that. Support us. Support everybody.
Everybody, especially our local artists.
And please keep listening so YouTube can get us off of probation. Anyway, that's all we got to say about whatever. This is over for the day. Again, fuck that nigga R. Kelly. Stop listening to his bullshit. Even I had a R. Kelly song that I liked. It's called I Wish. Fuck that shit. So,
Peace.